In your journey, what's been the, because to be a millionaire is no small feat, right? That's a significant threshold to cross over. How'd you do it? Like, was it Bitcoin, or are you some real estate maven?
What if that was my secret?
You're like, I
got Bitcoin 10 years ago.
I just think, because like, you didn't start a business, you didn't create some idea. And yet, at this young age, you've been able to acquire a 7-figure net worth, which is just absolutely phenomenal. What's the secret? What's the trick? What are the people out there listening need to hear? How, if I want to be able to think about money the same way that George and his wife think about money, what do I need to be doing now to be able to get to that position?
Yeah, that's a great question. And there's a caveat here. I just uploaded a video on my YouTube channel that was why most people will never become millionaires. And I walk through 4 big investing mistakes that are holding people back. And I can't tell you how many people in the comment section were like, well, you're not a millionaire because you don't make $1 million and your house doesn't count as part of your net worth. So you're technically not a millionaire, and you're married. So that doesn't count. You actually have $500,000 net worth. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if these people they've been hurt and they just
hurt people.
Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not offended by it. I just want them to go like, this is not your opinion. I'm not just going like, I think I'm a millionaire. It's just mathematically, financially, on an accounting level, a millionaire is someone with $1 million net worth. Which is all of your assets. So yes, I can't live off my house, right? That's the big thing. It's like, well, it doesn't produce income. So, but I'm like, I can't touch my retirement until 59 and a half anyways. And
it's still valuable
in a lot of ways. So the way that's the caveat to tell you that my wife and I combined are net worth millionaires when you factor in our house and retirement accounts. So the way we did it was fairly simple. We became debt-free, which meant we had no liabilities. Your assets minus liabilities, net worth. So that really just gave us the assets portion. And so when we started our marriage, we already had a positive net worth because I had paid off my $40,000 in debt. I had already owned a townhome that was real modest, and I had sold that. And so I had a little bit of appreciation there, probably, I don't know, maybe $40,000, $50,000 in appreciation. So that was kind of our starter down payment as we started off our marriage. We cash flowed the wedding. We actually won a free wedding that was worth $28,000. Wow. There's the real life hack. That was a local wedding contest at Ravenswood Mansion in Brentwood that they put on, and we won the contest.
Good. So you had a free wedding?
A completely free wedding. Actually just did a video on that, walking through the whole process, what it was like. We still ended up spending a good chunk of change.
They got their money's worth because now he just gave them a plug.
I'm about to say, yeah,
keep going.
I know people are like, that's not an applicable hack to me. I'm like, I never said this was a life hack. Everyone should just go get a free wedding. Yeah, I was just sharing the story. It's a funny story. We actually had a camel at the wedding. George Camel. We were like, let's hire a camel.
Could you not?
Free wedding. We'll pay a guy $750 to come haul a camel down. He did it.
There are camels nearby for
There are camel rentals in Tennessee.
I wanted to put you on the spot.
That's a weird caveat from the Millionaire Journey.
Well, but I want to bring, because I'm excited about the hacks, but I also want to make sure that our audience gets to hear, because this is something when I talk to other debt crusaders, people who pay off stuff earlier, like because I think about Andy Hill and others, I then ask them what their savings and investing percentage is. Yeah, and I bet you know your. Can I put you on the spot? Is it greater than 20%?
No. I followed the Ramsey plan to a T. I was like the Ramsey test tube baby. So
it was 15%.
It was get out of debt, get the emergency fund, then start saving 15%. So I think by the end of 2014, I began investing in our company 401k, got the match, did the 15% on top of that. My wife, much smarter than me, when she started at Ramsey, I think in 2015, was investing in the 401k as soon as she could. And so when you take both of those accounts over, 7, 8, 9 years now, just investing in a Roth 401k, 15% over there. That's really all we've done. I had a little bit of an old Apple 401k that I rolled over. It's got a few $1,000 in there. Sure. It's really nothing. So all of that, getting out of debt, having a little bit of appreciation for my first home, beginning to invest in our Roth 401ks, 15%, then saving up even more. And I was doing side hustles the whole time. I mean, up until...
Increasing the income, right? That's the thing.
Increasing the income. So I was emceeing outside gigs. I did marketing consulting work. I think in 1 year, in 2016, I brought in like 25, 30 grand just in side work doing marketing.
Just hustling.
I was driving for Uber and Lyft when I was getting out of debt. And so it's both. To create that margin, it was spend less, make more. So we did both of those things. And we were very frugal, trying to save up for the down payment. So we ended up putting 45% down on our first home together.
Wow.
It was a townhome, And that townhome appreciated like crazy in the last few years, which is why people go, it's not fair. Life hack. I'm like, it's not a life hack. Like real estate appreciation is one of the greatest things of all time.
Happens, yeah.
Especially with, the $500,000 if you're joint being completely tax-free in the growth. And so that really helped increase our net worth quickly, is the home appreciation on that townhome. And on top of that, our cars, which aren't worth much, as you know, we're Tesla guys. I got a 10-year-old Tesla, so it's nothing. Nobody's like, whoa, like it looks nice. I still love it.
It's still a cool Tesla.
We argued about if it's a luxury car or not, but it's so the cars, which not a huge part of our world, the retirement accounts, which probably add up to, I would say about a third, and then the home is a big part of it, which I know you guys don't like. It's out of balance. I know your feelings about paying off the home early, but I'll tell you, to be 32 and 33 with a paid-for house, it blew our mind because I didn't even know anybody that had done that. Like my family, it's just kind of like you get the 30-year and then you do the HELOC and the second mortgage and you roll it into the other one. You just don't pay off mortgages in your lifetime. And it was such a wealth-building hack for us to be totally free and have our income at our disposal.
I'm not willing to give up on you yet on this because I think, here's the thing. I bet Ramsey Solutions has a match or some type of profit sharing of at least 5%. Am I wrong on this?
For the 401k?
Yeah.
I think we're at 4% match.
Awesome.
Oh, just right under. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm doing some math here to turn him into a financial mutant.
They do profit sharing though as well.
So 19, because you said 15%. That was your household. And then I know, remember, if your income is below 200,000 household, and I don't know, I'm not putting you on the spot on that. We're not going to talk incomes, but I know there was a portion of that was probably below that for some season. And you got that profit sharing, you got that match.
You're right at 20%.
Now we're back to, we're all copacetic and we're rocking and rolling.
Well, we always
together.
joke, they're like, well, does the match count as part of my 15? We're like, no. And if you have too much money in retirement, you can write us hate mail. If you did 20%,
no one ever says that,
if you got 15% plus the 4% match or 5% match, and you did 20%, that's a great problem to have. And I like the habit of doing that.
If our number was 15%, I'd probably take that hard line. But since we're pushing it up to 20, 25, and that's what I love having these conversations because it brings it back. What do people say? What's the grounding for the difference between baby steps, between financial order of operations? I think still a lot of them are on the same root of the same tree. It's
Absolutely.
just a little, some variation.
Well, and truthfully, we've talked about this. The audience that's watching your show is a very different audience from the general Ramsey show. Sure. So when if we told everybody, hey, invest 20%, they would be like, I don't even know how to get there. Like, I don't know how to find that in my budget. Whereas your audience, they're making great money. They're looking to maximize their wealth. Our audience is coming to us and they're going, I have a bunch of this debt. I'm new to the money. I haven't learned about money. And so 15% even for some people feels like, how are we going to make that work with inflation and daycare? And so it's a great baseline. And remember, our plan is do 15% so that you can still save for some college. You can pay off the house early, then build wealth and give. And so we want to create a little bit of margin so that 20% isn't maxing you out completely, which for your audience will not. Yeah. For our audience, a lot of the times they go, that's all I can do in order to pay off the house and save for college.